Levitt. Hello?
Mr. Shaw?
I'm here. I know it's odd, but I had to see you.
Why? What's going on?
There's a new finding, and I don't think I'm overstating. It changes everything, and you had to be the first to know.
Mr. Shaw, please tell me what you're talking about and why you're here, and be aware, they're likely pressed ear to grain against that door.
Well, I didn't know exactly where you lived, so it starts with me following them. That doesn't matter. What matters is this morning I received you received. It all comes to my office now.
What comes?
Letters from colleagues to you.
To me?
I thought they were copied.
They weren't. I live blocks away. I've been trying to find out what's been going on for ages.
I'm sorry.
Ages.
The point is Hertzsprung, the Danish one.
Oh, Big Beard.
Right. He used your work to calculate the distance to those Cepheids.
My Cepheids?
In the small Magellanic Cloud, yes.
He calibrated actual distance to my Cepheids?
This could be the first measurement of anything outside the galaxy.
Which means that there are things outside of our galaxy.
Yes, proof that the universe is vast.
How did he do it?
He used statistical parallax for the 0 point against the sun, then plugged in your work for the slope, and there you have it.
That makes it sound so easy.
But without your work, it would have been impossible. You made the leap for us all. We finally have a standard measurement. For the rest of time, we have a standard. Oh, and another man keeps writing, Hudgens?
Hudgens. Hubble?
Hubble, yes.
Peter, how far away are my stars?
Thousands and thousands of light years away.
Oh my goodness.
Incredible.
Which means that our galaxy could be one of many.
Perhaps one of many billions.
I knew it!
You did.
You were perfectly wrong.
I was. I am so proud to know you. Oh, and this was found under your desk. A new girl found it. I thought you might want it back.
This is a book my father sent me.
You never opened it?
I was too busy and then too ashamed, I think. Collected poems.
Really? Whitman.
My father sent me collected poems.
This one's marked. When I heard the learned astronomer, when the proofs, the figures were ranged in columns before me, when I was shown the charts and the diagrams to add, divide, and measure them, when I sitting heard the astronomer where he lectured with much applause in the lecture room, how soon, unaccountable, I became tired and sick, till rising and gliding out, I wandered off by myself in the mystical moist night air, and from time to time looked up in perfect silence at the stars.
So he's not a marauder then. Wilhelmina had me worried.
Oh, Margie, this is Mr. Peter Shaw.
The Peter Shaw.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
You'll stay for dinner.
Oh, I shouldn't.
And yet you will. We have much to discuss, famous Mr. Shaw.
And Margie is a wonderful musician. Perhaps you and Annie could sing something for us.
Oh, God.
Oh, yes.
Margie knows musicals.
I couldn't.
Oh, how nice.
You're singing.
I've learned just not to argue with women.
That's correct. That's correct. Dinner's on the table. We'll be with you in just a moment.
And you must tell Will and Annie about this immediately.
About what?
Henrietta just became the first person to measure the universe.
did.
You knew about him the whole time.
I did. That many letters.
Sisters are strange friends.
What did he just tell me?
It's real. I couldn't believe it.
Of course he couldn't.
Would you be nice to me?
Henrietta was right.
You were right. Look at this.
Oh my goodness, look at this.
That's what I said. Look at this. The whole world should be looking at this.
Henrietta,
I know.
this is just...
It's everything.
It is everything.
How do we celebrate measuring the universe?
I have no idea.
I have cookies.
That's brilliant. All right. Come on. We're celebrating.
We already are celebrating.
Not enough, and you deserve it.
Thank you all, but I would
That's
ra-
perfect. Let's do it. Let's do it right now.
Do what right now?
What are we doing?
You're coming too.
Me? What? Wait.
No, I can't go anywhere.
She's really not supposed
You
to.
have to.
You deserve this, Henrietta.
It doesn't matter if I can't.
It's not that far.
Only a few blocks away.
Just up the hill.
It's freezing. Cannot go anywhere. So thank you all, but let's just sit down and have a nice dinner.
Leave the ham. Get the car.
For a few blocks.
Now we're talking.
Margie.
Henry. Relax.
On top of a hill, just blocks away, across the courtyard from my old desk, which stood off limits, I see the great refractor telescope, to which we happily broke in that night. And taking Margie's hand, I lean in close, hold my breath, and see my heaven. Some time from now, I gather myself and seek outside and look up in perfect silence. And I know that distance is only space and time, and for some of us, light. I am out of time, but light has never let me down, so I shift. The next year, Annie gets a vote. The next year, a man named Hubble uses my work to prove that our most unique galaxy is in fact one of billions upon billions. Then a man from Sweden calls asking if I might like a Nobel Prize. It's too late for me, but I take the compliment. Another few years, and Will dies in Boston, Annie by her side. Another year, another war takes over the world. Then Annie dies. Then Peter. Then my sister. Kissed by 12 grandchildren. A symphony on the radio. Then we harness the atom, then orbit the Earth, then stand on the moon. Then a telescope named Hubble with wings set for space shows us how vast and beautiful it all is. Because wonder will always get us there. Those of us who insist that there is so much more beyond ourselves. And I do. And there is a reason we measure it all in light.